These two superstars are set to lock up for their respective teams as this six-man tag gets underway. 6 superstars, 2 teams, and let's face facts. We can see anything happen here.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered. Harsh impact. Ooh, earth-shattering spine buster.
Hooked up. Great power.
Inverted suplex. You gotta believe this one's over.
Boom! Oh, going to the top. High risk.
He goes for the cover.
And AJ Styles powers out.
Too early in the match to end it.
When a superstar is in a 6-man match, one of the most important things to remember is knowing when to tag out and get the fresh member of your team in the ring. We've talked about continuity many times on this program, but it's more than that. You don't want to try to do too much when you have other members of your team out there.
Boom, what impact.
Corey, you spoke about when a superstar is in 6-man action and how crucial it is that they have the presence of mind to realize when they need to tag out. Not everyone who competes as part of a 6-man team has the ability to do that. We've seen many times over the years that a superstar's inability to do that has cost their team the match.
We've also seen over the years that not all superstars play well with others. Some competitors are so dedicated to singles careers that when they are put in a 6-man team, they become a bit lost. That's when a mistake could be made, and it could be very costly.
There he goes, crashing to the floor.
Oh, man, what a driver. AJ Styles being tested here. He needs to weather this storm for any chance of a comeback.
This 6-man tag team match certainly seems to be getting the best of him here.
There's no way to sugarcoat it.
And he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly shifted here, Michael.
Beautiful technique. Ooh! Boom, right across the small of the back.
He's starting to feel it here. I think it's safe to say that the action so far in this 6-man tag team match is exact.
Choke slam! Perfectly executed, guys.
The force of that impact should put an end to this match right here.
Thanks to Raw General.
Not the fall that hurts, it's the sudden stop at the end. We got to cover.
Going for it all here.
And there's the kick out.
How in the world?
Byron, we always make a point to talk about continuity amongst team members. In this 6-man match, where Dean Ambrose teamed with the Hardys against Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz, both teams worked very well together. That surprised me, since this was the first time they teamed together. But there was something that night about the lunacy of Dean Ambrose fitting perfectly with the Daredevil Hardy Boys.
I've got to say, I had goosebumps for a week after the Hardy Boys returned to WWE at 2017's WrestleMania. During that 6-man on Raw, Team Extreme formed an effective trio with that lunatic Dean Ambrose. After a twist of fate from Matt Hardy, Jeff crushed The Miz with a swanton bomb, and that was all she wrote. 6-man tag team matches have been a staple of competition since the early days of sports entertainment. 2 teams of 3 compete against one another under traditional tag team rules. Stipulations could be added like no disqualification, 2 out of 3 falls, elimination, falls count anywhere, or whatever else someone could think of.
I think we know what this is.
6-man tags can be
The final cut. Perfectly executed. Can he finish the job?
That'll knock you silly, that's for sure.
Oof. Ooh, what impact. Oh, I think we're going to get the tag, guys.
I don't know, those last few inches have to feel like a mile right now. Carl Anderson is letting his feelings be known.
Bad spot for him to be in here, guys.
He's got to do something to get back in this thing.
Nailed it. He wants no part of the outside. This might be it. Oh, my.
What's the next move for Carl Anderson to turn things around quickly to remain in this thing?
He's got to remember he has 2 parts.
There it is. The tag has been made.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way, Michael.
Oh, nasty impact.
Even though AJ Styles deemed himself the champ that runs the camp to annoy John Cena, he really has thrived as a leader of various factions and teams.
Yeah, Styles led the club back before the WWE draft separated that iconic faction, but he also led one of the most dominant groups in Japanese wrestling history.
Graves, that Japanese faction was good, but becoming a leader in WWE is what matters. Styles did that as SmackDown Live's team captain at Survivor Series.
And during that match, Styles' own teammate Dean Ambrose ended up powerbombing AJ and aiding in his elimination. But in the end, SmackDown won, which means that Captain Styles won too.
When this guy's on, look out. He's making a statement here with this attack. AJ Styles brings it every night, but the Royal Rumble pay-per-view has been quite significant in the career of the Phenomenal One. Back in from the floor.
Michael, AJ Styles' Royal Rumble history begins in the Rumble match itself. Styles entered third, scored some eliminations, and lasted nearly a half hour against a procession of WWE's best.
And in the next year, AJ Styles had an all-time classic at the Rumble, taking on John Cena at Royal Rumble 2017. Styles, like the Rumble itself, has been simply phenomenal.
This could be it.
Just when you
got the shoulders down, and he breaks up the pinfall.
Let's keep fighting. Uh-oh, brutal.
Ooh. What a strike. This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Irish whip.
Oh, nasty impact.
Death Valley bomb. Harsh impact. Nailed it. I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope. Look out, look out. This could be it. There are no what impact. That should do it. AJ shoulders on the mat. And he breaks the pin. Tagged in. Oh boy, he is rolling.
Byron, you talked about the moment in six-man tag matches when all semblance of order breaks down. Many times the two teams are so determined to tear each other apart that they don't pay attention to who the legal person in the ring is or where the referee is in their 10 count. That's a huge mistake.
In the throes of battle, superstars lose their composure, and what was a six-man tag match breaks down into a Pier 6 brawl. And if you don't keep an eye on the referee's count, you could get counted out and be the reason your team loses the match. I could see Byron making that mistake and ruining it for everybody.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
After 18 years, people...
Oh, and he makes the tag.
That was a game changer right there, Michael.
You're getting coached up right now.
Earth-shaking spine buster from the good brother himself.
That has got to be it.
Talk about getting knocked into the middle of next week. Beautiful technique.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
A striking blow. He's looking. You gotta believe this one's over.
I think this is the beginning of the end, Michael.
Here we go. Oh, continuing to punish them.
And there it is, boys. AJ stop.
No, he breaks out of it.
But does he have enough energy left to get back on the offensive?
What impact. This might be it.
Oh, my. Woo-wee. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turn. Look at this. Imploding 450.
But can he follow up here?
Carl Anderson's just...
One. And he stops the count. Uh-oh, full Nelson. Reverse STO. Oh, what impact.
In 2016, the New Day found themselves in the middle of a sick and twisted rivalry with the Wyatt family. Things escalated to the point where Bray Wyatt invited the New Day to do battle at the Wyatt family compound. New Day accepted, but what followed was something no one expected or will ever be able to forget.
In off the tag. Corey, we've talked about six-man tag matches, and earlier you talked about one that caught the attention of the entire sports entertainment world. The New Day fought for survival amongst the darkness of the Wyatt family compound in a battle where pickaxes and cinder blocks were used as weapons and automobiles were used as battering rams.
The New Day versus the Wyatts at the Wyatt family compound was not your traditional six-man tag match, but it showed what can happen when issues between factions can't be resolved.
Here we go a second time. Look at the height.
Here's his moment, Michael. Over time, there have been various types of six-man teams that have been successful. There are family trios like the Guerreros, the Grahams, the Andersons, and the Von Erichs. There have been members of factions who have also produced tremendous six...
Momentum clearly in his corner. Look at this.
Ooh, nasty impact.
Carl Anderson...
Look at this.
Byron, you mentioned some families and groups that created incredible six-man teams. Talking more about factions, don't forget about the likes of the Hart Foundation, Evolution, the Wyatt family, the Shield, and the New Day. These are only some of the trios who had unbelievable matches against a variety of adversaries.
If we're talking about three-man teams, I need to shout out one of the baddest trios of all time who held the World Six-Man Championship on a number of occasions. I'm talking about the American Dream Dusty Rhodes and the Road Warriors. When the Dream put on the face paint, you knew it was going to be a bad night for their opponents. There are instances when a six-man tag match will feature a team where superstars have not always seen eye to eye or are in the midst of a disagreement. When that's the case, someone on the team must step up and be the voice of reason so the trio can function.
He might have it. Imploding 450.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
Corey, earlier you talked about what needs to happen when members of the six-man team have differences or had differences in the past. If the team can't find a way to get on the same page, they will not last very long. Someone on the team has to step up and make sure for at least that match, everyone on the team can work together.
That's easier said than done. Just because superstars might be favorites of the WWE Universe or have a common enemy, that doesn't mean they'll get along. It also doesn't mean that any past issues will magically go away. In this business, people have long memories, so if someone sees an issue on their team, they need to resolve it right away.
Carl Anderson is one of the most dangerous competitors in sports entertainment. Anderson's also...
We've seen this before.
Beautiful technique.
This one is over.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
He's playing with him now.
In Japan, Carl Anderson had a historic tag team title reign with the now...
Here he goes.
Nailed it.
Carl Anderson definitely looks off his game here tonight.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
He's got him covered.
Carl Anderson has been eliminated.
There's one. Y dos.
Guys, AJ Styles has such a wide array of maneuvers. How can his opponent neutralize his offense?
When you're going up against someone that has such variety in their playbook, the best strategy might be to attack their core.
On that strategy to take you down, AJ, why would you think focusing on his core would gain you the advantage?
Well, you'll be killing two birds with one stone. Attacking the ribs compresses the lungs, decreases speed and stamina. Then, punishing his back would make it nearly impossible for him to get you in place for a Styles clash or get up for that phenomenal forearm.
Something that is always important in a six-man match is having the ability to perform double-team moves. One of the things that successful six-man teams try and execute are double-team moves, and then have the third team member perform a signature or finishing maneuver to deliver maximum impact to an opponent.
Teamwork is always paramount in a six-man tag match. Superstars want to be able to have a level of teamwork where two members of the trio perform a double-team move, and the third member follows that up with a move so their opponent is really down for the count.
The key is to deliver the maximum amount of punishment to your opponent in the least amount of time. You have until the referee's count of 5. It's not like you have all day in the ring, but if your team of 3 can deliver that type of offense, your trio will be in good shape.
Ooh, what impact. He wants no part of the outside. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
He's looking shaky. This could be the end.
Clothesline! He's going for it all. He has him right where he wants him. He's looking at it. Oh, what height!
AJ's in big trouble now. AJ Styles is in trouble.
You can say that again, Saxton, but I don't want to hear you talk. Face buster! This might be it! Oh, my. Going all the way up. Uh-oh, he's in trouble here. Looking at it here. Incoming. You gotta believe this one's over.
AJ's in big...
He's going for the pin. He stops the count. Tagged in. Down with a power bomb. Keep your eye on this one. Here he goes. Vicious attack.
Game, set, match. This one is over.
AJ Styles has been eliminated.
We have seen him here before. Oh, damage to the body.
That's how you put an exclamation point on a match.
Luke Gallows is in a real bad spot.
Harsh impact.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oof.
Luke Gallows helped develop the Magic Killer because Gallows didn't just want to win matches, he wanted to put his opponents out of action for a long time.
Ooh, what impact. The magic killer from Luke Gallows proves that when you have the power and know-how to punish an opponent. One more look at it. Oh, what impact.
But he's running on fumes.
The shoulders are down.
Luke Gallows has been
What a
eliminated.
six-man tag match.
These guys feel no love for each other. Here's another look.
Highlight for one superstar, low light for another. Check him out here. Remember this? And here's the last piece of the puzzle.
Here are your winners, Ace Austin, Jeff Cobb, and Peck.
There's no doubt about it. That's a big pinfall win right there.
Sometimes you step in the ring and just refuse to lose. I think that's what we saw here tonight.
Well, that was